Thank you very much, all of you. And I welcome you all in this new year, your new year. And it is Shishira Rutu, and Shishira Rutu is just passing out, and we are about to enter Vasanta Rutu. So today we are going to discuss many of the things that as for the Rutus, as for the timings, as for the day, how the how our body reacts, and how we will receive different type of problems. And as we understood that this body is maintained by the three doshas. So a quick look at the previous theoretical aspects, and then we'll start our journey understanding the various programs and various regimens, how we'll maintain the wellness. So swastha, what is swastha and how to maintain the swastha was our sole aim in our deliberations in the last also, and this also. Here I want to actually concentrate on various do's and don'ts about the our day-to-day programs and all those things, and that will be actually lead us to have a happy and healthy life. So let me start with our Vandana to Venkateshwar Swami. Namami Venkateshwar Swami. Vina Venkatesham Nanado Nanadha. Sada Venkatesham Smarami Smarami. Hare Venkatesham Prasida Prasida. Priyam Venkatesham Prayecha Prayecha. Because we live here in Tirupati at the abode of Lord Venkateshwara, and with all his blessings and all his greetings only, we are actually leading this our every activity. Then let us this is I am very much thankful that Satsankalpa Foundation from US, San Francisco, and all our friends interested in knowing what our ancient people actually left for us, and what they have actually offered to us, how to maintain particularly for me, it is how to maintain our health and how to fight the diseases. All those things are very much important. So in Ayurveda, or for that matter, for any of our ancient scripts or ancient science, ancient knowledge, it actually concerned with mind, body, and soul. It's not, they are not different. They are the three aspects. One has to manage these three aspects. Then only the physical body, the mental health, and of course the soul is also an important point. Then only the life starts and life begins. And we have concern about these three aspects in every step of our life, and every aspect of our life. So a quick what we learned or what we understood last talk, a quick roundup I will make here. So as we understood and discussed that objectives of Ayurveda. Ayurveda main principle is Swasthasya Swastha Rakshanam, that is the promote the perfect health, the prolonged life. Otherwise we can call add years to life, and life to years. And second important aspect of Ayurvedic objective is Aturasya Vikara Prashmanancha. Atura means here the patient or the person who is actually suffering from some disorder. So his disorder is also should be cured. The dysfunction of the body is also should be normalized. So that is the second aim. First aim, not to get the disease, and if any how you get the disease, you have to cure that disease. So various aspects and various principles and various methods which are actually described for these things. So that makes the scriptures of Ayurveda. So, what is actually health? What is swasth? It is not merely just not having a disease. That is not the health. And last time also we stressed upon this. Samadosha, samagni, samadhatu, malakkriya. Even excretion is also an important activity, an important part of our day-to-day life. So that also should be very much under control. Not only these physical things, but prasannatma mana indriya. So these three things, Atma, Indriyas, and Mana, they are also should be in a prasanna state. That means very healthy and a joyful state. In that state, if it is there, so such a condition is called as health, a good health, we can say. So uh, the wellness is defined not only that, as I told you, that it is absence of some disease is not the wellness, but it is physical, psychological, social, and spiritual well-being. Even social well-being is also that's why our mind should be free from many of the problems of our social life. So those things are also considered while maintaining the goodness or wellness of the life. So WHO also almost it is very near to the what Ayurveda has actually defined the health, a complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely absence of the disease or infirmity. That is WHO's definition of health. So health means lot many things. It's not just taking a treatment for some ailment. So we understood last time that what are the Vata, Pitta, Kaphas? They are the phenomenal objects, or they are the profiles of our body. There are three profiles, three uh, forces. One is the Vata, that is neuronal forces. All the mobility, all the movement, all the activity actually that is done by Vata, controlled by Vata, and in any condition, if that is not properly working, then there will be absence of these functional functions. Then Pitta is the biochemical force, the humor, that is also a humor, that is biochemical. All our enzymes, our hormones, our secretions, our chemical substances which are actually come in the metabolism, all those things are counted as Pitta. And whatever the other than these two things, that is the body building or the solid matter on which these reactions actually take place, that is actually the anabolic force of our body. So that is considered as the kapha. So I have stressed that it is not just whatever you spit out, that is kapha, and whatever the bile that comes out, that's only the pitta, and whatever the gas that is released or the flatus that is released, that is vata. That is not that thing. They are also the malas, are they out the byproducts of these three doshas, but they are not the doshas. Doshas are the forces that within the body. In normal condition also they will be there right from the life starts from the birth to the death. These three vata pitta kaphas will continue to work, and then only the life is possible. That is continuous process. So here you can see that I have stressed last time that Vata, Pitta, Kapha are the representatives of our Pancha Mahabhutas, the eternal or the basic elements. We consider that there are no doubt many elements are there, 105, 106, but the basic elements are Vata, Pancha Mahabhutas, that is Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi, and Akasha. So these three things are the representatives of these five Mahabhutas that are present or exist in existence everywhere, in every atom, in every material, or every living and non-living material. These five elements will be there, and their combinations will make the Vata Pitta Kapha in the human body. So another aspect also we learned last time, that is Prakriti. Prakriti is nothing but again it is because of the three doshas. that will be decided when the actual birth is taken place. So when the actual birth will be taking place, when the zygote forms, the ova and the sperm joins together, and the environment is there, and the embryo is formed. So that day onwards, that is the time when this prakriti is decided. Because at that time, whatever the dosha predominates in that environment, so that will become the prakriti of that particular zygote and that particular person after birth also. So this is right from the birth, whatever the affinity or whatever the dominance of certain dosha will be there. So that is called the prakriti, the individual's prakriti. So prakriti can be of 7 types. So single doshas, vata, pitta, kapha. Vata Pittaja are two double doshas, Vata Pitta, Pitta Kapha, Kapha Pitta, Kapha Vata, or all the three are together, if they are equally dominating, then there will be a formation of Sannipataja Prakriti. So we have 7 types of Prakriti, 7 types of phenotypes of individuals will be available every time, but they are not abnormality. This is not abnormality. This is their body's constitution. How the constitution is there. According to the constitution, we have to develop the treatment aspect also. So to know the constitution is also an important thing. And for this formation of constitution also, these 3 doshas are very much important. And depending upon their predominance at the time of formation of zygote, the prakriti is formed. So a pictorial presentation here, the kapha, vata, kapha, pitta, kapha. So they are intermingling. Here you can see in the center, all the 3 circles are intermingled, and due to that, there is 3 doshaja prakriti. So like this, we can analyze individual prakritis, and there are many scales and many batteries are there, and many computerized questionnaires are there, depending upon which we can understand one's prakriti. So that was actually dealt in the last our discussion also. So you are referred to that. And actually, what is the benefit? We know what type of individual we are, and how actually we pose to the various assaults of our nature and various assaults of our disease causing factors. Even some psychological features are also already inborn will be there. So this is just like you will understand the background of the system, or the base of the system upon which the individual is developing. So even for choosing drugs, for therapies, and different type of, even their affinity for particular disease will be also more. When their prakriti is understood, we can understand that such and such diseases are very commonly affecting those persons. So here I have given you the how to test and how to know your prakriti. This last time also we have transmitted this, and I think you can directly open this, and you can answer the questions, and you can understand what is your type of prakriti. So another Dauber also given this inventory. You can assess anybody's prakriti by going through this questionnaire. So now today actually we want to discuss. Those were the basic principles and fundamental knowledge we come across. Now, how to apply this knowledge, and what is the first, let us not go for the treatment aspect, because directly one cannot do the treatment, but individual for ourselves we can maintain certain things. So what are all the rules and regulations to maintain the day-to-day life, to maintain the our wellness according to the seasonal variations, and according to the social variations, and according to the psychological variations. So for that, we will have a detailed discussion today, and this is called as Swastha Vrutta. Swastha Vrutta. Swastha is wellness, person's individual's health. A fine health is called Swastha. And Vutta means what are the regimens or what should be followed or what are the do's and don'ts to maintain the good health or wellness. So for that, there are three parts are there. One is Dinacharya, the other one is Rutucharya, and the third one is Sadvritta. Dinacharya is uh, things to do and things not to do, but the day, every day is a our objective is every day what are to be maintained. So day to day or every day or regularly what you have to follow, how you have to maintain your all other healths. That means health means as the definition should always you should go in your mind that it is not just physical health but mental, social, and spiritual. So that is related to a day, how a day should pass, and regarding that, whatever we calculate or whatever we suggest that come under Dinacharya. And second one is Rutucharya. Rutucharya is the do's and don'ts or the rituals or the regiments in particular season. Ritu is a season. We have 6 ritus. Because these ritus are definitely they are they turn in every year and 6 ritus will be already forming every time. But in India, I think it is more relatively more accurately fall these ritus. In certain cold countries that made the ritus may be overlapping or they are very short-lived. That means they are not of 2 months duration. Each ritu is of 2 months duration, and that's how every year the 6 ritus they will be changing. Like months, the ritus also changing. Two months make one ritu. That our Hindu calendar months are actually divided into ritus. Like Chaitra, Vishaka is Vasanta Ritu. From there onwards, the ritus will be changing, and according to that, there is a lot of changes will take place in our body, our metabolism. Not only in our metabolism, a lot of changes in the environment, lot of changes in the drugs, lot of changes in the food items also will be occurring. So that's how we have to understand that the Rutu, and accordingly, there is requirement of different type of behavior is suggested. And Sadvritta is it is related to the social ethics and Sadvrittam. Sad means good, goodness or wellness. Sad and Vritta means your behavior. So that comes under Sadvrittam. So we let us go one by one. First we'll take up Dinacharya. So these again the same thing is the seasonal regimen, the daily regimen, and in daily regimen we will also have Ahara Vidhi. This is Ahara Vidhi, how to take food. That is also a regimen. So this Ahara Vidhi again depends upon both on day and night, and even on the Ritu Charya also. So that's why Ahara Vidhi is also Ahara Vidhi means diet. How you should take food and how the food should be when it is particular time and particular season or particular month like that. And as I told you, Sadvita that will be discussed as the ethical behavior of individual in the society. So psychological and social aspects have to be maintained. The word dinacharya consists of 2 words, the dina means day, and charya means the activity. So, what the activity you should take up in a day that will be called as dinacharya. And in a season, what the activities ought to be undertaken that is called a rutucharya. So, dina according to certain acharyas, dina means actually the verbal meaning dina means the day, Ratri means the night. But here, for the practical purpose, we have to take Dina means the 24 hours of the day. So, as for that, the various things are various rituals, various regimens are actually mentioned. So let us start now. First, what is dinacharya? We understood what is dinacharya, and let us start. What are the things that are actually uh, we have to observe or we have to follow in the dinacharya? First of all, the first number one is Brahma Murte Uttishtet Swastha Rakshanama Arthasu Ushaha. Ashtanga has given this. For maintenance of swastha or wellness, one should raise from the bed in the Brahma Murta, the wee hours of the morning. What is Brahma Murta? Let us see. So that is the a Murta before the sunrise. That means it will, if the sunrise is at 6 a.m., the Murta, Brahma Murta, because one Murta is of 48 minutes. It's not equal to 1 hour. It's 48 minutes. So the last but one murta of the night is called as Brahma Murta. And that is from 4:24 to 5:12 a.m. That 48 minutes, that is called as Brahma Murta. If the sun rises at 6 o'clock. Accordingly, some difference we can see that. And this is the correct time we have to raise from the bed. And because in that our whole body is equilibrium because of night-long sleep and because of even the external atmosphere is also very much quiet and cool. So brain works in a good fashion at that time, and there will be much more tranquility. And whatever you do or whatever you can do with concentration. So generally, reading and mantra pathanam and important words. You can take up any type of important words. All those things if you take, and after that, regular exercise if you follow, then that will be very good for maintaining of your good health. So this we have to make a note, and before 5:30 or 5:20 or 5:30 we have to get up. So you can get up at 4:30 also, but 4:30 to 5:30 roughly we can say. Between that, if one is particularly students and others also, those who are those who require much more strain on their brains, so they can see this difference. So they can get up early in the morning and start their work. So that is first and foremost thing we have to raise. And then the other ritual starts now to maintain your indriyas perfect. Nayanam is the pradhana indriyam. So first hygiene maintenance of your eyes is started. For ophthalmic, a paste is applied, ophthalmic application model, and that is called anjanam. So generally, nowadays people think that this is the kajal. Kajal. Actually, that is kajal has became like that, but it was previously anjanam, very specifically made from herbal and mineral origin. This is Sovira anjanam. That is anjanam is made from herbal decoctions and is paste like thing. No doubt it is also black, and it is to be applied in your both eyes. That is well in the morning after raising from the bed and after your simple prayer and simple this thing. You have to first clean the eyes. So apply this Soviranjanam. It is good for maintenance your eyes as a cool one nowadays because of our maximum indulgence in screen watching and all on computers, phones, and everywhere. So eyes are very much uh, what you call they are very much strained. So to get the strain also off, you have to apply this thing. And for the cleaning purpose, there is another anjanam that is called rasanjanam. So rasanjanam is not to use daily. That is on and off weekly once or weekly twice that can be applied. But saviranjanam is to be applied daily. And after that, after keeping it for some time, after while washing face, you can wash it out. There is a chance of that. So first is Anjanam you have to get for your eyes. So this is way a picture representation. So with a shalaka, that is shalaka, that is called what the stick-like thing is being used here. That is called shalaka. Shalaka is a rod-like thing. So it is made up of brass or copper. So that is actually used to be applied to the eyes. And then this is very simple, everybody knows, but this is actually come into existence since the period we don't remember also. That means some 10,000 years or 15,000 years back was also there was a Danta Dhavanam. So not only that nowadays people think that the brush and the other things have come into existence in this modern civilization only. It is not like that. Danta Dhavana is there since times we don't remember. That means some 10,000 years also we can say that. So there are three parts in it: Danta Dhavanam, Jivva Dhavanam. So even tongue also should be clear because that is the another indriyam. You know, the taste buds are there. That is taste indriyam. That is rasana in the indriyam is Jivva. Then Asya Dhavanam. Asya means the oral cavity. That also it should be clean. So first, Danta Dhavanam. Danta Dhavanam are actually is to be done by certain sticks. The stick or the brush is of 12 angulas. The stick, particularly these Nimba, Babula, Kadira, Karanja, and Arjuna. These are the Nimba is neem. You might many of us may be knowing this that in still the date in villages in India, people definitely they use these Nimba sticks. So what is the idea behind this? If you just bite the one end of the stick, it will become blisters like thing, and it become virtually it becomes like a brush. And with that brush, you can brush your teeth. And the second aspect of second convenience from these sticks is automatically the juice which is there inside that will be released in the mouth cavity, and that will work like a paste. So both thing in one. So your stick works like a brush as well as a paste, and that is to be brushed and clearly brushed in all the corners, and then that can be washed or that can be gargled out. So both brush and paste is in one, and that should be of 12 angulas. It's not a very small one, but it should be about 12 inches. That means fairly big, and it should reach your posterior teeth also. So the stick oozes because they are green sticks. They are not dried sticks. They are green sticks, or just stored for a few days, 3 4 days, or like that. So automatically, when you chew it, the bristles will be forming, and otherwise the juice is also oozing from it, and that will be causing a good cleansing agent, and due to that, the oral cavity is cleaned. So you can see that the end of the stick is being bitten by the teeth, and then that is being brushed. So you can see like this, it will be there. It is just like brush. This is probably neem stick, and this you can see the bristle things. After you just bite them, twice or thrice, the fibers will be like that, and that will clean very well. So if you do Danta Dhavanam, yeah, everybody knows that it should be Kashayam, Katu, and Pitta. That is astringent, that should be somewhat bitter, and that should be somewhat spicy. So these three qualities will be available in the sticks which I have just listed. And it will clean, it will be antibacterial, and it will be actually shining the teeth also. The bad odor is removed, and the mouth general health is maintained. So the taste buds are also get very good cleaning around it, and your taste capacity of to taste the food is also increased. So brushing with natural sticks are very much actually followed. Here we follow, even today also we follow in the rural areas, and that is giving very good. And the other part is Jivha Nirlekana. Jivha Nirlekana is a spatula made from metals like gold, copper, silver, or brass. They are to be used, not the plastic one. So gold, if you cannot make gold, copper, or silver, or in the last brass, that is pittal, that also we can make like a spatula, and with that you have to do nirlekhana, means you have to just scrape the tongue so that the taste buds are cleaned, and the foul smell will go off, and it gives room for the taste buds to work properly, and your taste is increased, and bad odor and bad smell is also gone.